Welcome to the Bree Pod. I'm here with me, Bree. The last time we spoke, we were talking about the trial between Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. And as you know, I've been watching it, well, listening to it, watching it, however you want to go about that. And it has been intense for sure. Um, as far as the update goes with that, we find out, I'm pretty sure the trial's going to end by the end of this week, and then next week will probably be the official yes, Johnny wins his defamation case, or yes, Amber wins her defamation case, or no, neither, depending on what the jury decides. Because at the end of the day, it's not about the abuse when it comes to the actual question that the jury has to answer, because it was brought about the defamation portion, which is Amber says Johnny defamed me by all this stuff, and then Johnny's like, no, you defamed me. So that part, even like I said in the previous episode, that can be a win or a loss either way, which honestly isn't a big deal if either lose because of the fact that defamation is hard to prove. Now, if it were about the abuse allegations, if it could be stuff like that, then oof, that would be pretty intense. But that is not what the case is actually about. But like I said from the episode prior, it's good that the awareness is getting put out there. And I know some people have been a little bit upset with me because they're like, why are you listening to that? It's celebrities. And like I said, it's more than that. It's more than that for people who have dealt with a narcissist in their life, you know? But that's not what we're here to talk about today. I just want to add that update considering we talked about it. But today I'm going to be talking a bit about the next steps for my jaw surgery. I want to keep everybody posted, and it's still on track. Today I met with the orthodontist that's been getting me basically surgery ready. And she said that everything is looking really good. As far as the top teeth, they're moving exactly how they need to go. This week, remember I said in the last episode regarding the jaw surgery that they were thinking about whether they should put a retainer in my mouth yet or not to help with the forming. Because the thing is, right now, if they had started me with braces on the top and the bottom, my top teeth would have crushed the bottom braces. So they had to do some work at the top before they could get the bottoms in. Well, now, as of talking to her today, I have an update that basically the next appointment that I have in June, at the end of June, is going to be where they make the impression with my teeth so that they can get me a retainer. So that is going to be that brace plate that they put in to help have the teeth sit where they need it to sit. And then 2 weeks later, they'll put that impression in. And then I'm not sure if she meant that they'll start the bottom braces then, but definitely July, end of July, early August, we'll probably start the bottom braces. So we are all on schedule to go forward because, like I said before, this process that we're doing is specifically surgery to get ready for surgery. That's what it is. So they have to move all the teeth a certain way because of the way that my bite is, so that when they pull the jaw forward with the bottom teeth, at surgery, it will sit really nice where it's supposed to go. And that's what the braces are supposed to set us up for before surgery. Now, when is surgery going to happen? At this point in time, it's still looking like it will be projected to be in the spring of this coming year of 2023. So that means, yes, I will have had my baby for how long? Let's see. Because it'll be September, November, December, January, February, March, April. So about a 7-month-old potentially, depending on what date we choose, and having this surgery. So, whoa, it's kind of wild, but I feel like I think this every time. I'm like, oh my goodness, what did I sign myself up for? But at the end of the day, it's all for the longevity of my health when it comes to my teeth. And it's going to be intriguing seeing, like, when everything's said and done and seeing the braces come off. I think that's going to be the real, like, whoa, emotion there. I don't know how it's going to work when they do the surgery. Like, I don't know if they'll keep the little metal pieces for the braces on my teeth. Because the thing is, after surgery happens, I'm pretty sure I have a little bit more time that I have to wear the braces just so that the teeth stay, like, they do that, like, last minute, tweaks that they want to do on my teeth. So it's definitely been a process. I am going to have a list when they put this retainer in, from what they have told me so far, but this retainer is going to be very beneficial so that I can make my teeth start to mold the way that they want them to form. Because as you remember, my teeth kind of jet out at the top, so now they need to start bringing them in. So yeah, that's the latest update on the jaw. I have been kind of scared with all the stuff that's coming up, but I always say this in every episode that we talk about it. And I am seeing the changes. I mean, if you guys have been watching my stories or my Facebook, changes are happening. And I can't believe that. So I think it was May 22nd, which was like 2 days ago. I have had my braces for 3 months at that point. Like, wow, where did the time go? It's crazy to think that it's been so long. Well, not so long, because I mean, 3 months isn't that long, but I feel like it was just yesterday I was on here like, guys, I'm gonna get braces and it's gonna be crazy. And here I am 3 months later. But there's been so much change. I mean, the gap, I think, was the immediate change that I noticed in on my top teeth for sure. And then I recently noticed in the latest picture that I had posted on the 22nd that my canines are actually, like, out where they're supposed to be, or at least getting there. And before, when you look at my day 1 to present, they were, like, tilted a bit more, where they're almost like when you would stare at me, you could see the sides of them, versus now you're actually starting to see the canines. But let me tell you what, that was a painful move when they shifted, because what it had hurt. And on top of that, I have talked about in many of these sessions with you guys about the jaw surgery. I do have gingivitis because of pregnancy. So it's a freaking bloodbath over here. Oh my goodness. It's been crazy. But I will say that my gums are starting to calm down a little bit. And I think if you look in the latest photo, and I'll put it up in my stories again, like, you'll see that it's actually just, it's getting better in many ways. We just have to get through the next few months of changes when they actually have the bottom braces on, and see what the bottom braces can do. Because the bottom teeth, they're kind of crowded down there. Like it's a bit crowded, and I think they need to open it a bit wider because they're so just like crowded and together. And the way that my bite is right now, if I were to clench down my teeth, you cannot see my bottom teeth at all. You can only see the top teeth. And that's apparently not normal. And I only say apparently because that's for me, I've lived with this my whole life. But now that I've, been focusing on teeth and focusing on the changes, I'm learning and watching how people talk and how if they smile or if they close down their bite, they can see the bottom teeth too. So it's been an interesting journey. And as we get closer to surgery time, which, like I said, it will probably be in the spring, and I'll know for a fact when it gets negotiated out in January. Because what happened was, as far as the insurance goes, the first time that they sent it in, I was absolutely approved. But the thing is that the way that insurance works, from what I'm understanding, is that the time that I could have gotten surgery, my teeth were not going to be ready. So that's why we have to go reapply in January in hopes that I'll get approved again. And which is important because if I get approved, then the cost is not so intense. Like it's still going to cost money for sure. These braces and this jaw surgery is not cheap in any sense of that. But if they can approve it, if they can get it approved once, she says, then there's a possibility it could happen again. That's our hope and goal, because at the end of the day, my mouth could have the potential to cost me about $20,000. So we're hoping for any bit of, money marked off that we don't have to spend for that. So we'll see how that goes. I should have a date probably by January, like I said. And of course, I'm going to keep updating you guys on my teeth journey and how it's going. And I feel like the closer we get to having the baby, which is, as you know, Liam is due in September. The closer I feel like I am to jaw surgery. So it's crazy. It's all just gonna go bam, 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 and then next thing you know, I'm gonna be like, "Hey guys, I'm back from jaw surgery," because it's probably gonna take me a while to, recover and be able to actually talk. I mean, I'll be able to talk, but without feeling the pain. Because they say that the first week is hell. So we'll see how that goes. But this episode is short and sweet because truly it's been about my teeth and Johnny Depp. That's been my life lately. I mean, I'm not saying that there aren't other things that we've been doing. We've been getting ready for the baby. These sweet, beautiful gifts have started to roll in. So after we have our baby shower and after we see family, we will start the process of getting the room all ready for the baby. Because I'm impatient. Like once I have this stuff, I'm gonna start making it a room. And it's gonna be like way too many. I mean, many months early than when it needs to be ready, but I just get impatient. So after June, I'll probably have more photos on like what the little room is going to look like. And we've been taking some adventures, doing some hiking, trying to get that in while we can, because once it gets really hot, for those of you that have been pregnant, you know that summertime and pregnancy do not coincide. I don't know that yet, but I'm gonna learn pretty soon how much they don't. But I'm looking forward to just, I guess I should say the main thing that I've been doing is just enjoying the present. Just enjoying how I feel now, because I've been warned by many that it's not gonna feel good soon. It's going to start to get uncomfortable, and I'm gonna be begging this child to get out. So I'm just trying to embrace the moments as I can. But also it's hard not to get caught up in the future and the excitement of what's to come too. So I'm doing my best to just keep myself level-headed with it and just been working and yeah, um that's where we're at right now. It's been an adventure. I'm excited. I feel him moving more, which has been really cool. Very cool feeling to have, and it's also like a calming feeling to know, okay, the baby's okay. Like he's moving. This is good. Um, because like I said the last time, between the ultrasounds, because you only get depending, on where you sit on the spectrum of if you're high risk or not. Between the ultrasounds, like it's a long time until you actually see the baby. So it's nice to have the heartbeat check-ins at each appointment and also him showing me he's there. Which I have to tell you a funny little story. So I was at the dentist getting my final filling for my bottom teeth. And I was getting really nervous because my dentist is really good. I should just put that out there. She's very good. But she has the perfect like way about her where she's super sweet, but if she needs to go in there and drill, she's gonna drill. Like she's like, I'm not explaining it, but like when she goes into the mouth and needs to drill, she's gonna go in there and do it. And you're gonna be like, wow. Sometimes it depends, I mean, she does her best to make sure that you don't feel it because you get the local anesthesia. But sometimes even though you have had it, like I don't know, she just like I'm not explain it, but anyway, she just comes off as what she is. I shouldn't say she comes off as. She is this sweet, sweet woman. Uh, but then she's the same kind of person that's like, you know, in your mouth. But anyway, so she's asking me, she's trying to ask me like, "Are you okay? How are you doing?" But I always get anxious. It's just normal for me where I'm like, oh no, this is gonna be scary. It's gonna hurt. I always do this. I self-sabotage anytime I go to any kind of appointment. It is a ridiculous thing about me. So anyway, um, I'm in there and I've been trying to stay a bit mindful. And when I say mindful, I've been trying to stay like in remembering like, hey, it's not just you. Like when it goes to my food and stuff, and hey, it's not just you that you're eating this food for. And I don't mean like I'm eating for two. I just mean like just kind of being mindful of like what am I putting in my body or stuff like that. So when I'm feeling anxious, I'm like, hey, it's not just you anymore. You need to think about this and help yourself calm down the anxiety attack that's coming because it's not just you. Well, for the second though, while I'm in her chair and she's doing this filling, for a moment I forget that I'm pregnant. And I know it sounds dumb, but I don't know. I was too hyped up on the worry of what was going to happen that I just didn't think about the fact that I'm pregnant. And usually when I'm doing that mindfulness um, exercise, I'm thinking, okay, we need to calm down. We have a baby. This isn't just going to affect you. This could affect your body. You don't want to make your body think you're in fight, flight, freeze mode. So for a second, I forget that I have a baby, but I've got my hands down on like just resting on my lower stomach. And so I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh no, this is scary. This is scary. Well, all of a sudden, I'm feeling kicking. And like, oh shit, oh shoot, I'm pregnant. Like, this is where my mindfulness goes back in. Like, I need to calm down because I'm affecting the baby. Or I don't know how factual that is, but it's just how I've been going about it for myself. So I feel the baby kicking, and I'm like, oh, and the doctor's like, oh, are you okay? And I'm like, oh, well, it's hard to talk when she's got the stuff in my mouth, but she'll stop, because she thinks you're in pain. Uh, See, that's the thing. That's why it's funny about her. She's so sweet and nice, but when she's like going at it, at working on whatever she needs to, she will do it. But anyway, so she stops. She's like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, the baby kicked." But it was really sweet because it reminded me how much I needed to it just reminded me how much I needed to know that I'm not alone when I'm scared, or I'm not alone, at least during this time when I'm going through something. And it was kind of nice to have that moment of feeling like, hey, you're not by yourself when this is going down. Because the thing is, when you're anxious, you feel that overwhelming feeling of like, oh no, oh no. Um, but it was nice and calming. It almost like calmed me down. Like, it's like he knew he needed to kick me to give me a moment of like, hey girl, or hey mom, I'm here. We're good. You're good. You're in good hands. You know you're in good hands. She definitely made sure that you are numbed up. Because last time, okay, see, this is where I should start the premise. Last time, they had to give me a certain amount because of the fact that I was pregnant, or they had like a certain kind of anesthesia or something to numb because I was pregnant. So it took them a little bit longer for it to numb, and it like wore off quicker. So I think the dentist was worried, like, oh no, this is gonna happen again. So she made sure that this time around there was enough that could still be fine with pregnancy, but also enough where I wasn't coming off of it. Because there was a time where they put that cold thing to see if your tooth is sensitive. And I was starting to feel it all of a sudden. She's like, what? So that is where a lot of the anxiety was coming from. But the thing is it's not like it's because she's bad dentist. She's so good at her job. She's good at what she does, but they had to give me something because of the fact that I was pregnant. So this time around, I feel like they like note it or something like, hey, this is what we're gonna do instead so that it works out. But I'm always like, oh no, I'm gonna feel it. But Jeremy, on the other hand, he's another story. The way that his body takes the that numbing stuff, I don't know what it's called, so don't ask me on that. But the way that his body takes it is it goes through him quicker than normal people. So basically, when he was in the middle of okay, they had to like take a bone out, put a new bone in kind of deal, take a whole tooth out. Like they had to do a lot of stuff with his mouth, and he could feel his. And I was like, dude, you're crazy to be able to even go through with that. Like I'd be over here panicking and freaking out, be like, I'm in pain. But Jeremy's just like, yeah, I knew that they needed to get this done for me. So anyway, I feel like I've gone into squirrel mode on this on this podcast today, but I had a lot, I guess, to share with you about what's going on. So yeah, so these are the next steps of what's happening. It's very exciting to watch the changes, to even think that like a year ago where I was to where I am now is just crazy of all the changes that have happened. I always say it, but man, ever since January hit, it was like, whoa, new world, new life, new chapters. And it's been a roller coaster ride, but just a lot of like, we're going to get through this and it's going to be okay. And then next thing you know, we'll be on to the next challenge or next thing the next positive or challenge that's coming. So with that, that was a lot, and I spoke really fast. So I apologize for those of you that need to slow this down or rewind it. But rewind, is that even a thing? Oh my gosh, I don't know if that's still a thing. But anyway, um, I hope that you are all enjoying the weather that's finally approaching. It's definitely been very well, it was like rain, sun, rain, sun, rain, sun in one day. So I'm hoping we're finally approaching summer. And I want to say that I appreciate all of you for following me and following my story and journey. Let me know if you're seeing the changes as well. I've been sharing the photos. I'm just curious if you're seeing them too, I should say. So with that, you are loved, you are worthy, you are cherished, and I am proud of you. Until next time on the Breed Pod. Bye.